It's the summer of 2010. The beach breeze smells like salt water and lies. Long Island is supposed to be the place where rich people go to retire early and sip wine on their million-dollar decks. But instead, this place has a secret. A dark, twisted secret buried literally in the sand. I mean, this is not what I think of when I hear Long Island iced tea, okay? I thought, and I truly thought, I was getting drunk in peace, not uncovering serial killers.
They should rename it the Long Island crime scene. Well, I'm kind of biased. I'm from Brooklyn.
So, this all starts with a missing woman, Shannon Gilbert. She was 23. She was working as an escort through Craigslist. Listen, no judgment here. Get your bag however you need to get your bag, right? But what happened to Shannon was terrifying. She ran out of a client's house in Oak Beach, banging on neighbors' doors, screaming, "They're trying to kill me! They're trying to kill me!" And let me tell you, if someone, anyone, everyone is banging on my door at 4 a.m. in the morning, yelling that, I'm grabbing my phone, my keys, maybe a baseball bat. But these people, they were like, maybe if we ignore it and pretend it's not there, maybe it'll go away. What?
Classic horror movie mistake.
Right? It took over an hour for police to even be called in the first place. And when they arrived, she was gone. Just like that. But here's where it gets even creepier. While they're searching for Shannon, they end up finding not one, not two, not three, but 4 bodies, all wrapped in burlap sacks along a stretch of Ocean Parkway. And guess what? None of them were Shannon. Not a single one. The police were basically like, oh, it looks like we stumbled on a whole serial killer situation by accident. Just real casual, just like that.
Just point out, that's Long Island for you. That's Long Island. Shouts out to Brooklyn.
Anyways, right? Over time, they found remains of at least 11 victims. All women, each and every single one, 11, mostly working in the escort industry. Mostly petite, tiny, young, brunettes. And let me tell you, the media started calling this person the Gilgo Beach Killer. Like it was some kind of brand. Sir, this is not a limited edition sneaker drop. This is a serial killer. This is terrifying. So, fast forward to 2023. After over a decade of mystery, police arrest 𝑟EX This man looks like the final boss at the DMV. He was a 59-year-old architect living a double life. By day, he's designing office spaces. By night, he's allegedly buying burner phones and Googling how to hide bodies. Sir, use incognito mode. At least.
Amateur hour.
Right? Alright, let's pick up the story. After all those bizarre Google searches and questionable online behaviors, the investigation finally zeroed in on 𝑟EX. Now here's the kicker. This guy was living what appeared to be an ordinary life. Like I said, In the day, he's in architecture, designing office buildings. But behind closed doors, he's allegedly leading a double life that makes a secret agent look like an amateur?
Seriously? Who can do that?
He could do that. He could do that, right? Anyways, investigators found that Rex's digital footprint was as messy as his personal life. One of the most damning pieces of evidence was his own, how do I put it, online searches. His queries like, why haven't they caught the Long Island serial killer yet? I'm wondering, right? As if he was trolling the system for clues. As if he was a concerned resident. It's like he was practically asking for his own arrest on a silver platter.
Wow. It's talk about self-snitching.
Exactly! The evidence was overwhelming. Interviews with acquaintances painted a picture of a man who was strangely charming in public, but had a deeply disturbed side in private. Neighbors described him as quiet and reserved, yet they were thinking behind closed doors things were anything but ordinary. Some even say his very demeanor seemed like a walking contradiction. And these are people that actually knew him. A man who could design elegant skyscrapers, yet might as well have been sketching blueprints for a crime scene.
That's like mixing high art with low light horror. Makes you wonder what kind of cocktails you're sipping.
Totally. And then there's the evidence from the crime scenes themselves. The remains of at least 11 women, mostly vulnerable, and all of them struggling to make ends meet, were found at the Gilgo Beach area. Each scene had its own disturbing signature, a methodical, almost clinical approach that left investigators scratching their heads. It was as if the serial killer was both meticulous and impulsive, leaving behind clues that were contradictory as Rex's online behavior.
I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a twisted screenplay.
Right? The investigation spanned decades, with numerous dead ends, frustrating leads that kept everyone guessing. The Gilgo Beach case became one of those cold cases that haunted law enforcement, a mystery that seemed to laugh in the face of progress. And then, just when it looked like the case would remain unsolved forever, 𝘲𝑗𝑚𝑒𝑟𝑚𝑎n's name started to emerge as a prime suspect.
The ghost of Gilgo Beach finally decided to speak up then.
Right? When the investigators finally presented the evidence, it was hard to ignore the glaring inconsistencies in Rex's alibis and his online trail. He was eventually brought in for questioning, and while he didn't exactly light up the room with confessions, the weight of the evidence was undeniable. And here's the kicker. For a man who built his career on precision and order, his digital and personal chaos became his undoing.
Well, I guess even architects can't design a perfect alibi.
Bingo. Now, while the case isn't fully wrapped up, there's still a few loose ends, and the public is clamoring for answers. The focus on Rex has at least given investigators a tangible lead to pursue, and let's be real. In a case filled with more twist than a pretzel factory, any move towards clarity is a win, even if it comes with a side of disturbing Google searches.
Man, is this case gonna get me crazy?
It does, and that's where we stand right now. A blend of chilling evidence, unanswered questions, and a suspect who looks like he stepped out of a Norman Rockwell painting. But with a darker, twisted edge? Well, we'll be keeping a close eye on how this all unfolds in the coming months as the investigation digs deeper into Rex Heuermann's past and the full extent of the Gilgo Beach tragedy. Alright, let's dive back into this twisted tale. So after Rex Heuermann's arrest in July 2023, the investigators started connecting more dots than a kid with, I don't know, a new box of crayons, right? Initially, he was charged with the murders of 3 women, Megan Waterman, Melissa Bartholomew, and Amber Costello. But as they dug deeper, the charges started piling up like my laundry on a lazy Sunday.
Sounds like they opened Pandora's box.
Exactly. By January 2024, they slapped him with another charge for murder of Maureen Brainard Barnes. Then, in June 2024, just last year, 2 more names were added to the list. Jessica Taylor and Sandra Costilla. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, December 2024, just a few months ago, bam! There's another charge for the murder of Valerie Mack in the 2000s.
What? This man's rap sheet's gonna belong on the CVS receipt. What's he doing?
Yeah, right? And the evidence, guys, oh my gosh, it's a doozy. They found DNA samples linking him to the crime scenes. And I don't know why they didn't find this before, but get this. One of the key pieces of evidence was a pizza crust he discarded.
No lying.
I'm serious. I mean, if you were going to commit heinous crimes, maybe don't leave your DNA lying around on a breadstick or free samples at Costco.
I feel like you're throwing words at me, like about finishing my pizza. Yeah, I think you're very rude, but continue.
I always finish my pizza.
I know you do and I don't, but go ahead.
Anyways, wait, right? There's more, right? In a courtroom move that has everyone doing a double take, prosecutors played a clip from Jurassic Park. That's right, the Jurassic Park, to explain the DNA evidence. Apparently, they wanted to show that extracting DNA isn't just sci-fi magic. Life finds a way to convict you.
So, we're gonna bring in a T-Rex as a witness?
I mean...
Well, why didn't you choose Jurassic Park?
Honestly, you know...
There's so many other scientific movies we could have went with.
Honestly, this wouldn't be the weirdest case. So, as of now, Rex is chilling in Riverhead Correctional Facility. He's awaiting his trial. His estranged wife, 𝐼𝑠a recently reached a divorce settlement with him.
Good.
She and their daughter even showed up to one of the hearings, talk about family drama, but that's a whole nother topic.
Thanksgiving not gonna be good at the crib.
No. I don't even think it will be at the crib, considering how this year is turning out for him. But to say the least, right, that's where things stand. The legal proceedings are ongoing, and the public is watching closely as this real-life horror story unfolds.
Alright, so justice served and not on the pizza plates. But shouts out to Miss 𝘲𝑚, and you and your daughter can recover from this current tragic situation.
Not just her and her daughter, but also all the
victims.
Families of the victims as well. But yeah, if justice is served on a pizza plate, I would not mind.